Okay, I'm going to draw a swivel base for you. I'll start out by drawing a circle. This one has a radius of 10 units. This one has a radius of 15. And now we'll draw another concentric circle that has a radius of 30. I'm going to draw a line exactly from a quadrant, this 90-degree quadrant, and I'll drag that in the 0-degree direction and type 60. So the length of that line is 60 units. Let's draw another circle, but let's snap from the center of that circle, and we'll measure at a relative 48 units in the x direction and 0 in the y, and we'll give that a radius of 5 units. Let's draw another circle, but we're going to snap from the center of that circle at a relative 96 units in the x direction and 0 in the y. The circle is going to have a radius of 10 units. The circle is concentric to the other one, and it has a radius of 10 units. Now I'm going to draw a straight line exactly from that 90-degree quadrant, and we'll just give it some arbitrary length. Now I could draw a circle by center and radius, in which case I might want to snap to the nearest point on this line, but this option probably isn't the best. So let's cancel this and draw a 2-point circle. I'm going to snap to the nearest, in other words, the nearest point to the cursor, but now I'm going to type at 0, 30. In other words, I'm defining the diameter of that circle. Now let's move this circle exactly from an intersection. The intersection's right there, and I'm going to move it to the end point of that line. Let's use a crossing window to select these items and then trim the unnecessary parts of that geometry. Let's use the mirror tool and select those 3 objects, and we'll mirror them about the center of that circle. Then we'll select these 2 lines as cutting edges and trim that. Select the trim tool again, and we'll select those 2 horizontal lines and trim that circle. And that's it. Now let's change the layer to the center line layer. Let's click on the Format pull-down menu and click on Dimension Style. Now I want this dimension style to be annotative, so let's make sure that's selected, and then click Set Current, and then click Modify. Let's start out with the Text tab. For this drawing, make your text height 25.4 and make the offset from the dimension line 13 units. Let's click on Symbols and Arrows, and we'll make the arrow size 25.4 and the center mark 13. Let's make certain that line has been selected. Then click on the Line tab and change these values to 25.4 and 13 respectively. Now click Primary Units, and let's set that precision to 1 place to the right of the decimal point. Now you can close that dialog box. Let's click on that dimension pull-down menu, then click center mark. And now we can click on these circles to place center marks at the center of them. And that's it now.